Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Heart to Heart series. On today, we're going to talk about 3 ways to get up, stand up. If you know that song, you might know what I'm talking about. But anyway, my name is Deetra Dennis, and I am the founder of Full Circle Health Coaching LLC, and I am the heart health coach, and I have the opportunity to work with Black women who value, own, and invest in their health. And I empower them with evidence-based and culturally relevant lifestyle interventions that supports them on their journey to an optimal heart health. And if you want to know a little bit more about Heart to Heart series, it's really a girl talk where we have conversation from the heart about the heart. And we do that over what we over here call a glass of red wine. And the red wine is non-alcoholic. It is hibiscus tea because hibiscus have so many health benefits, and one in particular, in that it relaxes your blood vessels, thereby lowering your blood pressure. So that is our drink of choice over here. Before we get into the content, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and become a part of the family and like this video. Share it with someone that you feel could benefit from the information that I share. And go ahead and click on the notification bell so that you're alerted when I upload a video. And then lastly, again, it is Girl Talk. So go ahead and jot a few lines down in the comment section. So if you leave a message, I respond and we can have what? Girl Talk in the comment section. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pour up our red wine or hibiscus tea. And cheers to you. And let's chat it up about 3 ways to get up, stand up. All right, so I, kind of gave it away in the beginning. As you all know, if you're new here, welcome. And if you have been with me since I launched this video series, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And again, if you've been here, you know I love music. So the song Get Up, Stand Up, I'm not sure if you remember this, by Bob Marley and the Wailers. And it was really like a inspirational, a motivational, or ad anyway, it's a song that was created by them. And the lyrics are get up, stand up for your rights. And I like to remix things. So what came to mind to me was get up, stand up for your life. I know theirs originally says stand up for your rights. Mine is stand up for your life. And you might be asking, okay, so why did you remix it and why did you say stand up for your life? Well, the reason is, have you heard or heard someone mention or seen where it says that sitting is now the new smoking? Have you heard that? All right, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because there was a research study done, and what it showed is that we lose 2 hours of life for every hour we sit, because it increases your risk of heart attack and stroke, because your circulation, you're not able to move. If you're not moving well, sitting more, it causes the blood to be stagnant. So, it's a challenge for it to move around as it should. And even, I want to say to those who work out, avid exercisers or physical fitness, we still want to be able to move around. And sitting for 11 hours or more per day can increase your risk of death by 40%. I know that deserves a little sip of drink. So let's sip on our red wine off of that one. So what I would like for us to do is a little exercise together now. So if you want to get out your calculators or even get out a pen and paper to kind of calculate, how does your day look? So I'm going to use an example here, but as I'm going through this, think about your day and how many hours are you sitting per day, even if you work out, even if you are physically going to the gym or getting your walk in every day. As we want to do that, we want to be active, get the heart pumping, cardiovascular or aerobic exercise, right? We want to do that. But even if you're doing that, let's calculate, and we're going to use an example here. How many hours are you sitting per day? So in this example, This person starts off with a brisk walk every morning for 30 minutes. All right. And here's where the sitting begins. Okay. So, number one, driving to work, 1 hour. So if you're using your calculator, that's 1 hour. We want to start calculating for the sitting. And if you're here in the Atlanta area, listen, that commute or drive to work can be a little longer. You might have to double that, especially, on 285 or on 20, any one of them, So again, calculating that. But in this example, their commute time is 1 hour. Then get to work. And then, you have your back-to-back meetings or everything going on. You're sitting there at your computer 4 hours. Okay. Then you have a break for lunch, 30 minutes. We're still calculating sit time. Okay. So 30 minutes for lunch. Then you come back from lunch, and then you have another 4 hours in front of the computer. Again, you may be having your meetings back to back, or you may have presentations, whatever. 4 hours. Then you're going to drive home, another hour or more of sitting. Okay. But in this example, 1 hour. All right. So then the person gets home, and then they're going to do a little strength training for 30 minutes. So that's some activity. We're not sitting there, getting some activity in. Okay. Going back to sitting, eating dinner, 30 minutes, and then watching television or reading, another 4 hours of sitting. Okay. And then it's bedtime. So a total in this example was 15 hours of sitting. Now, I would love for you to calculate how many hours are you sitting per day. And even if you work from home, you may not have that drive time, so your sitting may increase. So I know that was a lot. So now let's move to our 3 ways to get up, stand up for our life. How about that? You ready? All right. So here we are, the 3. Number 1, you want to get up, I'll say every hour. So have a power hour where you're laser focused on whatever you're doing, be it a presentation, be it whatever, 1 hour. After that hour, take a break, stand up and stretch. If you need to walk in place, walk around, for 30 seconds or so or a minute, get up, stand up. Okay. And then there is an app called Stand Up Reminder. And Stand Up is the app, and it's a reminder app for you to stand up. And I know that there are other apps, or even like the Fitbit, I want to say, has a feature of reminding you need to move. So again, get up, having a power hour of working, then get up every hour and move around. Okay. Number 2, walk and talk. Oh, let me go back to the get up every hour. I'm not sure if you're aware that there are like mobile desks, workstations. And I know when I was in corporate, there were our office, our human resources, really approved for there to be more work or mobile workstations. One of our medical directors, he actually had a mobile desk workstation. And so when he, as I'm going now to the get up, stand up, he would, for many of his meetings, he would stand up. He would have the computer, where it was mobile, and it changed levels where you can have it as a sitting position, or you can have it, elevated where you could stand and work standing. So that is one. And then the other, so that was number 1. I'm sorry, I went backtrack. So number 1, get up. But then number 2, the walk and talk. And I have another something I want to share with you there. But walk and talk. So if you're on a call, stand up for that call. Again, that's getting up, moving around, having the blood to flow as it should. And then if you are able to, for your meetings, and you're not having to write or, really, I won't say be engaged, because you still want to be engaged in your meeting. But if you're able to, and you're not having to write, or if you're not having to present with a PowerPoint or what have you, you can have a walking meeting. And what I was going to share with this one is that also, just like the mobile desk workstation, there is also a treadmill, like a desk workstation. One of our VPs, she had that, especially when the pandemic first started in 2020. She had a mobile, I'm sorry, not the mobile, but the treadmill workstation, and she really enjoyed it. So again, that's another way to be active and so you're not sitting so long. So walk and talk. Okay. And then lastly, when they break, you move. Okay, so I got another song for you. Do you remember Ludacris song Stand Up? And in the hook part of the song, it says, when I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Okay, so what I'm saying here, when you're watching television, when they go on a commercial break, you move. And so that could look like, you're loading or unloading the dishwasher, putting a load of clothes in the laundry, or taking them out and fold them, standing and folding them, taking the trash out, or I love to dance, so hey, crank up the music and do a little two-step while they're on commercial break. So when they break, you move. So as a recap, 3 ways to get up, stand up for your life. Number 1, we're going to get up every hour, stretch or move around. Number 2, walk and talk. So for any meetings, make it a walking meeting, or if you're on the phone, stand up, for that. And then lastly, when they break, you move. So when you're watching a television program, and listen, many times we're doing marathons of our favorite shows that we DVR or whatever, recorded. Every time that there is a break, commercial break, you stand up, move around. All right. So that's all I have for us today. I hope that you found value in this. And so if you would like to connect with me beyond YouTube, you can go over to Facebook at Full Circle Health Coaching LLC. And if you would like to become a part of the Full Circle Health Coaching community, you can go over to the website at fullcirclehealthcoachingllc.com and opt in to receive my weekly newsletter. And so now until next week, you know how we end it, and you probably can say it with me as I am saying it. Within you, you are the full circle, and within you is the power to create, nurture, and transform. And so until next week, I ask you to do it like this. Get up, stand up, that power in you. All right. So see you next week.